Hello viewers, welcome to Dailies on TVRC. I am Agitunde Sumi Vincent, and joining me on set is with me is a Vanguard newspaper.
Right here with me is Punch newspaper. On the front page of Punch newspaper, world leaders pay tribute. Between months, Charles become king. Nigeria orders targets $18 billion to fight HIV and other diseases. Tambuwal denied resigning as PDP Governors Forum chairman. Joshua targets 40% from Fury clash. It's also coming from the front page of Punch. Zulu APC harassing Borno PDP members, agreed members of the party. PDP pacifies South with BOT chair, Hayu says. Also on the front page of Punch, Professor tweets on Queen Elizabeth generates mixed reaction. And this one is coming from Pengasan. Pengasan threatens 30-day shutdown. Nigerians stand at the risk of 1.37 trillion naira loss. Nigeria monkeypox death toll highest in Africa, says WHO, World Health Organization. And this is also coming from the front page of Punch. Police hoodlums demolish 50 Lagos building. Victims protest. Lagos woman set ablaze for kidnapping baby dies. Kwara son kills father. Buries corpse, steal money. So coming from the front page of Punch, 2 villagers drowned in Jigawa communities. Agents allegedly defraud Lagos pastor, woman of 5.8 million naira. Father allegedly raped 12 years old daughter in Lagos. Also on the front page of Punch, 5 vandals steal telecommunications cable in Lagos. And let's go to the world of politics. Vote buying may produce questionable leaders, experts warns. Contempt, APC threatens to sue Bayelsa speaker, says lawmakers. Atiku must fulfill his promise to me. So one is coming from Wike. Ogun PDP faction governor candidate denies negotiating ambitions. This one is also coming from the front page of Punch. PDP approved 2023 presidential campaign structure. And it's priority for me to take this one also before we go into analysis. I miss Adamu in Senate. Tinubu's wife confers. That is our own convention. Oh, Mr. Akintoye. So, what's your take on this? Vote buying may produce questionable leaders, experts warns. Does it mean that the vote buying that has been occurring in the past years has it not been producing a questionable leader, or does it mean that if it continues, it will still continue to produce more questionable leaders that are even worse than what we are experiencing?
As a matter of fact, I think everybody is getting tired of the way the country is being run.
Oh yeah.
The way the country is being ruled by this current leaders. So both the expert and the citizen of the country, they're actually looking at a paradigm shift.
Yes.
They are we are all expectant. We are hoping that 2023 will yield a good result. But we need to prepare ahead. and look at some permutations that will not that will actually mar that election. And recently, the prototype to that election is the recent gubernatorial elections that happened in Ado-Ekiti and that of Osun State. Don't forget that of Ado-Ekiti, vote buying seems very much prominent. People were, it's all, in the broad daylight, you see the way people were selling their votes. And that of Osun was a little bit, although there are still some indices of this vote buying, but although they are not really that traceable. So that might say in essence, I think what the experts are saying, they are just hitting the nail on the head. That if we continue with all this, if a man wants to, the man should go to, there should be a kind of popular vote. He should do it through the popular vote. Don't buy your way through. The man who buys his way through will definitely mess up.
Oh yes.
We change the destiny of the nation as against those who were voted in on the basis of the popular votes. So I think what experts are saying, they are not actually far-fetched.
Yes.
They are saying, they are hitting the nail on the head. They are just giving out the blatant truth.
Before I move away from the world of politics this morning on the Punch, let's take this one. Yesterday, there is this kind of news making its wave around the newspaper. Yesterday, that Tambuwal resigned as PDP Governor Forum's chairman. That Seyi Makinde, His Excellency Seyi Makinde of Oyo State, was elected as a PDP Governor Forum. But an hour ago, we still have this comment direct from Tambuwal that says Tambuwal denies resigning as PDP Governor Forum's chairman. So what's your take on this?
But
Is it not confusing?
Well, it's confusing, but we should not be surprised of this kind of information. Either it's misleading or it's just is factual, because so far, for time being now, we've all seen the internal wrangling,
Yes.
the party internal wrangling between the All Progressive Congress, the ruling party, and even the opposition, the leading opposition party is not left behind, the PDP. So recently, you agree with me that they've been the kind of series of passions, even the pro-Wike passions. We have those anti-Wike, the likes of the then governor of Zamfara, and we also have pro-Wikes, the likes of the former governor of Ondo State, Mimiko and Waterview. So these internal factions, if not taken care of, will definitely tear all these parties apart come 2023. So we should not be surprised that one is saying, don't forget during the presidential primary, PDP presidential primary, it was even the Governor Tambuwal that had to step down for Atiku to rise up from that election. So as it stands now, one can only hope that all these political parties will get their act correctly, so that there will be a level ground during the 2023 election.
All right. Oh, good on that. I want us to take this one also. This one is coming from Pengasan. They threatened 30 days shutdown, Nigeria risk. Pengasan talking about Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria. Do you think this is the best move in this kind of economic hullabaloo that we meet ourselves right now? So what don't you think federal government should do something on this?
Okay, the threatened 30-day shutdown. Okay, I think this strike will only render this country. We only send this country on its knee. All the strikes. Imagine the ASU strike. As it stands now, look at how much the country is losing as regards ASU strike. Look at the way people are referring to Nigeria. Nigeria as a country among the Committee of Nations. And now if Pengasan want to go on strike again, shut down the country for another 30 days, that would not really go down in the history of this country. I just hope, I don't know, issues are meant to happen and issues are meant to be addressed. I don't know why we are generally in the history of human development, humans are bound to agree to disagree. We are bound to disagree to agree. But when there's no agreement, then what, I don't know where we put our human nature. Is it very simple? Is it very difficult to listen to somebody's side and make kind of a very fair decision on how the country is supposed to be run? Because as a striker has really left, throw so many mouths wide open. The lecturers, they are not aliens. If you could, the presidential candidates could secured a nomination for 400 million naira, and we have more than 10 people that really purchase that form. What is wrong in you listening to some people who are willing, who are talking about revitalizing making a request on a revitalization fund for the university, who are asking for the welfare of their lecturers, for their members? So my point is, the leaders should learn how to negotiate. In short, a country that fails to negotiate will not move very far. Look at America. In America, according to Henry Kissinger, the then Secretary General, he said in the US, there's no permanent friend, there's no permanent enemy. What they have is permanent interest. Interest must always be put on the table. Look, it's at whose interest? If lecturers refuse to resume, it's at whose interest? Who's at whose detriment? Who are those closing? They are the students. Students are losing. And so many lecturers, they are even traveling abroad. How can you let your human capital, your human power, the power you have at hand? Do you know what it takes to train for a man to emerge a professor in this country? Do you know how many years it takes? Those who have trained, and then they are traveling. Do you think just ordinary graduate assistant will come and stand in that capacity? The question is, we are really getting governance. The government in this country, they are getting governance wrong, and it's very dangerous.
The news about they are very juicy, and news are just waving at me, and but let's take this one just within 1 minute. I want you to just match these two headlines together that says Nigeria's orders targets $18 billion to fight HIV and others. Now that one is one. And Nigeria's monkeypox death tolls highest in Africa. This is this monkeypox of thing. I guess it started like a month ago or 2 months ago. Yes.
And Nigeria is the highest in Africa.
We have Nigerian being the highest, tolling the highest death rate in Africa, and going to that of HIV. We've had this one for a very long time, but Nigeria is inclusive here, and is the main topic that Nigerian and others, as you say, Nigeria has a larger part, has a larger share. So what's your take on this? Do you think it's healthy for
I will use it with a two-edged sword, one from the right, one from the left. Yes. That of HIV/AIDS. The point is, I never stop talking about this. If you have a kids at home, you don't always want to flog them with the rod every time.
Yeah.
You need to converse with them. You need to talk to them. People are falling victims of this because you have a very poor awareness. In my opinion, poor awareness. People should know the implication of falling a victim of HIV and AIDS. There are things to do if you don't want to be a victim of this HIV and AIDS. There are things that should be done. In as much that you think you cannot stop people from gallivanting up and down, like look at the level of prostitutions because of, and do you want to stop when Nigeria is in economic hardship? People will do the unimaginable. It's not as if we are actually saying what they are doing is right. So if you notice something of that nature, it is right for you to sensitize your citizens. Let them know the danger that is in this deadly disease. Because up to now, no solution has been gotten of HIV and AIDS. And that of monkeypox, Nigeria is rising. It's also climbing. The health ministry, they have to come out with the modalities. Let's not wait till it gets out of hand. It becomes a very serious epidemics that everybody will be running a tasketa. I remember the popular Yoruba proverb that used to say that at a very tender age, you have to cut off the Iroko tree. At a very tender age. It is not until when it's not become huge and you're not looking for big machines to cut it down. You have, at the tender age, you have to prune. You have to start pruning the trunks of the Iroko tree. Let me put it in right word usage. So, like I said, there's need for proper information dissemination on HIV. There should be the awareness to be massive.
Yes, massive awareness.
Because if everybody, you don't make a mess of your country. We have people care, everybody care. So many people are living. They are living with the deadly virus here and there, and that of monkeypox. I think the government should also do something.
Okay, thank you very much.
And sorry, before I also drop on that, we have the Center for Disease, Center for Disease Control.
NCDC,
that department should be well funded. They should fund that department to the pinnacle. We have to start behaving like a civilized people. Americans, they will not even wait till anything happens before they prepare ahead. They should be properly funded so that we have to prepare for the emergencies.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much. I guess I've exhausted. I can't exhaust it, but I still have more juicy headlines here, but time does not permit me. So let's get to share to yours.
On the front page of Vanguard paper this morning, PDP crisis, IU survives wicked blues out. Britain begins period of mourning for Queen Elizabeth II. And this on election. APC will triumph in Southeast, says the Imo State Governor, Senator Hope Uzodinma. Enugu government approves fund to check child undernutrition. That's a good news. And this one is coming from, we can't make NAS as ex-governors rehabilitation centers in 2023. This is coming from Eyibo. Kwara can't return to PDP locust years, says Abdul Razak. Regional government can't help Nigeria anymore. Yakasai, Wanezi, Afenifere, Pandef disagree. America, Denmark orders for Lagos International Maritime Week. That's also a nice one. This is a story on the on Vanguard today that says ASU must not allow insanity drive its strike. Money in debt, consequence of undue emphasis on capital investments. Commonwealth doctors mourn death of Queen Elizabeth II. Nigeria losses $2.7 billion as oil production falls below 1 million barrel per day. Lottery fund pledges support to anti-graft summit. Ondua Motekun partners Edo Kogi to battle kidnappers. That's also good news from the stable of Ondua Motekun, Edo and Kogi. Nigeria in state of receivership needs Syria miracles. Speaker's impeachment, Ogun Assembly Mace Mason. We will commit to robust funding of education, says Obi. We have uncovered sponsors, perpetrators of insecurity in Southeast, says HIPOP. Edo produced 3.7 million tons of solid minerals in 2021. This is coming from Edo State Governor Obaseki. 3.8 billion naira suits. Amnesty Office disowned list of empowerment beneficiaries. Mr. Samuel. Oh, sorry, before I will jump into the analysis on Vanguard. Our massacre. Victims' families recount ordeals as Sunday government donates cash gifts. Samuel,
Yeah.
let's commence from here. Our massacre, victims' families recount of deals as Ondo government donates cash gift. Do you think these gifts can stand in place for those who lost their lives?
It's a question that we already know the answers to. Money can never replace the lives of those people that die in that war or bombing, church bombing. But this is the best that the
government
can do. That's the best they could do.
But do you think are we really strong security wise after that war massacre? Do you think the police are becoming strong? Do you think the security are being put in place?
Well, I've not been hearing anything tangible
as regards
the security from police. I can only hear these Amatekun people going here and there, going around and patrolling. Because back in the days, you see police patrolling, going up and down. But now, I don't see most of them again. I'm seeing the Amatekun. Now, ask myself, okay, has Amatekun take the place of police in security standard?
And that will actually lead me to this popular the one that there's a kind of news from the Vanguard this month that says regional government can't help Nigeria anymore because we are talking about the Amatekun. Amatekun is a security outfit that belongs to the western part of Nigeria.
Yes.
It is prominent in Ondo, prominent in Osun, prominent in some western, except for Lagos, in Ekiti, in Ado Ekiti. But this Yakasai is saying regional government cannot, although Ohaneze, Afenifere and Pandeb, you both disagree.
I was waiting for those who that will disagree because, okay, if regional governments cannot help Nigeria to survive, okay, is it democratic nation that we are running? Has it survived Nigeria?
This is over centralized government that we're actually running at the moment.
Yes.
Well, it hasn't really helped the country because the central is always very strong. Everything seems to be in Abuja.
Yes.
Why the regions? They are very weak.
They are very weak and they lack most amenities.
Yes, they lack basic amenities.
Yes.
We are saying, don't forget that most of what is gotten from all these regions,
yes,
they still find their way to Abuja.
That is what they used to feed Abuja now.
And that's the kind of government that we're actually running. But the point is, Afenifere and the likes of Paneba say, see, we have to return power to the regions.
Not only Afenifere, we have the Ohaneze, we have
the Pandeb. Yeah,
they disagree to this kind of thing. I think if Nigeria can return to regional governments, I think it will help a lot. You know that this region will know that okay, these are the states that I covered. And this one we also know, okay, these are my people and these are some of the things that I have to do. Look at, okay, take our state for example. Even federal government, our able retired president, Muhammadu Buhari, does not even know some of the areas in Oyo State. Even the governor himself cannot boldly, as in beat his chest that I know all the communities.
That's why I wonder sometimes when we have the federal government. They have their own responsibilities to play.
Yeah.
We have the state government. Like you said, the governor cannot know the nooks and crannies of the state.
Yes.
That's why the local government must be strengthened too.
Okay.
Because it is those chairmen that knows their local government, they knows their local government one after the other.
Okay. Well, now, what is it that federal government relinquish a certain amount of power to the state government?
Mm-hmm.
Now, state government
must relinquish power to some people. I mean, must allow, not even relinquish power this time, must allow the chairmen, the local government chairmen, to operate in their full capacity.
Yes.
If not, that's in my opinion, I think this has been the problem facing our insecurity.
But they are bound by state constitution.
Yes, they also have they are constitutional wise. They have their own power, this thing to play.
Yes.
Anyways, let's look at this one also. Britain. I think this is the last one on Vanguard this morning. Britain began period of mourning for Queen Elizabeth II. Yesterday, we heard about the passing away. We have that Queen Elizabeth has joined his she has joined her ancestors. Okay, let's look at the role this woman played. She has been she's more or less like nothing more or less. She's a warrior. She's a legend. She's an heroine, never to be forgotten. She's the longest. She's the longest serving British monarch. Look at what she has done in the. She served for 70 years. We had yesterday morning that she was having mobility issue. None would just be thinking that she won't survive that mobility crisis. But just in the afternoon or in the evening, we heard that she has passed on. Do you think we can easily have this kind of woman?
Well, I want to pinpoint something from here. You know, Britain begins period of money is another statement to me. The world,
not just Britain.
The world begins period of money for Queen Elizabeth. You know, because this woman you're talking about, it's very hard for us to see this kind of woman again. That is a fact.
She was there. I remember during Nigerian independence in the 60s. She was right away there. She was there.
That of Ghana.
Ghana supposed to be the first in the sub-Saharan independence, and she was right there. Yes. And look at the member of Commonwealth. Don't forget, she's always the head of the Commonwealth, the Commonwealth nation. So she has actually lived. She has served, and she has reigned.
You know, and it's very hard for us to see this kind of one because this Queen Elizabeth is not something that she emerged either by election.
No. She has to ascend the throne of her father.
She has to ascend the throne of her father. Mm-hmm. So you know that is why that is very, very, very difficult. To be frank, it's very difficult. But we can see people that will still at least.
Well, maybe if some people are given the opportunity.
Yes, maybe.
You know, everything in life is all about opportunity. She was given the opportunity, and the opportunity given to her was that opportunity wasn't misused.
Yes.
The opportunity was used for the betterment of mankind.
Of the world
generally. Because she has been a unifying force.
She has been a mother.
She's seen as apparently she's the most powerful woman on earth.
Yes.
At that level, the Queen of England, she's the most powerful woman. Anyway, having said that, I think so resting. May she continue to live on in the minds of all and sundry. Anyway, we've come to the end of today's dailies. Do join us next time for another exciting episode. We remain your humble host. Bye for now.
Bye.